Hey, NASDOG, where you get the best dope on the markets. Trading's risky. We're going to wade through some of these markets here this morning. What is it? Tuesday, December 2016. What are we looking at here? Let's look at the metals here. Those are the most volatile around here. This was silver last week. Okay, and this was Monday. Okay, and then this is right now. We just went down here to this other light green of this little sequence here, and now we just went up to the green. The green to green. Just pick a number here if you're going to sell it, and then calculate your risk. You could give it, I don't know, you could give it an hour, but, a lot can happen in an hour here. Let's go look at gold here. These are gold futures here. I got an interesting email from somebody back in the day. Used to be a money manager in the futures, and without anything like that, it said something about that this looks like something that a big money manager would look at and would sell the piss out of it and then have a new high stop. Okay, so that's just so here we had these olive lines. These are sloppy. This is all we got. So gold's at 43.44 here. You got this thin olive line up here. Okay. So something down here, 42.70 down here, just if you're trading here. As a matter of fact, you'll have those trend lines coming down here. That's gold. Okay, let's go to the beans here. This is July Nove bean here. These were buy levels on the way down. Green, orange, thin olive stuck in there right over that powder blue, and then a thick. That was the exact low yesterday, 13 cents. There's one of those blue trend lines here that come off. And not that one. That's a sloped one here. This is wheat here. We just blew through whatever this was here on an olive here. Okay, this is wheat. We're down another 6 cents. Wheat causes cancer. Here you can see these must be some old lows here. This is corn here coming down. If you're looking to buy here, buy this green here. 436. We saw this happen before here last time down. Because here I have nothing in here, and we go from nothing to the next level here, okay? And then this was, where is that? That's 430. Dime lower. Have some bids down here, in my opinion. I'd like this area here, okay? And let's go to, these are Jan beans here, okay? Let's just look at Jan beans. You can see the long-term trend line. You can see a red line. You can see some things over here that we kind of got under into, and then we got a gap we got into. Okay, there's several ways to read the gaps here, You want to learn any of that, from professionals, When you're on a trading floor, if you didn't know what a gap was or something, you'd look up who the guy was that was studying technical analysis. This is bean oil here. Now listen, man, this is getting a little stale here. This is January. This was this olive area. Remember, we got the rally to 52, the back here, back up to 52. You got back under it. I'm talking in the spot here. That would have been in DC here. Let's go, let's take a look at March bean oil. And less analysis here, but I promise you that trend line's good. That comes off something here. So what are we down? We're down 71. 80 is or 100 is 2% here. Look at the way this thing goes. Okay, funds are short the bean oil. Let's just look at the meal here. Okay, I had an old olive line buy here. Okay, remember back here? We went from the olive up here to the other olive. We've done that here. And then back down here, just because you're in good value, and then you come down here. Now, yes, there were a few olives. This is the deepest. This is, decade new lows in prices before we had this. Funds are long meal here. This is going to be kind of interesting here. I wouldn't sell meal. I had some bids a little bit lower here, but I did get one guy to cover his shorts, just small, but it was a $30 break. That's good. 30, that's almost 10%. Okay, what else we got to talk here? Oh, this is crude oil here. Okay, see over here, this means longer term. And we are taking a stab at this right down here. Okay, we got to bounce, and you know what? You just keep going there, lower highs. You know, whatever the pattern is, they're still selling it. Anyway, now you got a bit of head and shoulders break. But what do we got? We got a level right here, 55.36. The low right now is, we're still pre-opening on Tuesday, 55.41 here. Okay, so let's just take a little gander here. Oops, here, hang on a second here. That's not what we want here. Let's go like this. That is from, oh, that's long term. That's long term. That's like 2011. Okay, so those would have been the highs here. So 55.36, it's a big number here. You can see back here. Now, it was a back month, okay? This is February, and this is April, so this would have been a back month, 10 months back. And we see the level here. You know, if you're looking to buy bean oil, if you're looking to buy the next big bean oil here, is down here. What would that be here? 2020 and 2022. Okay. So those are your next levels. In my opinion, that's in bean oil. You know, this is the S&Ps. Okay. I guess I should have saved this one in the middle, in the front there. This was Friday. As a matter of fact, this was an outline. We closed through it here. Goodness gracious. Live by the sword, die by the sword. But, you know, if you have discipline, it'll take care of themselves if you keep getting out of your losers here. But anyway, here, this is the one. You take this S&P short, possible rule, take it short, up your ass. One day, you make a decision by the opening the next day or shortly after. Okay, and that was Friday. We closed down 1%. Came back. This was Monday's high, just to give you a little here. And then here we are. We're right back at this green. Okay, you know, we're just kind of doing this. Into year end. Okay, is there going to be a year end markup? It would seem so. Okay, is this the year end markup to sell? Maybe. So should we take a glance at the NASDAQ and then let's end this here? What are we on? Oh, almost 8 minutes. Okay, so this is the NAS. Okay, this we just rolled in the stock market also, which, you know, the highs and lows, you know. So this is the NASDAQ. Okay, this is an intraday chart. There you go, babe. There you go, babe. Okay. Okay, and that's a daily. Okay. So this is just what it was here. This was, you know, this was a break since we had that back here, May, Liberation Day. Okay, and that also is still on the Supreme Court docket here, you know, so careful of that. So, and some of these charts, when we roll or something like that, you can see this. This used to be the DEC chart here now, you know, so it just kind of rolls. Okay, so these trend lines would be accurate here, but they'll come off. But I'm just throwing that out to you because you're like, oh, what the hell is that? So if you need something, get a hold of me. Take a package over on NASDAQ, ARP@NASDOG.com, where you get the best dope on the markets. Rule, trader, adage, or excuse. If you can't stop yourself out, give the order to a broker. Always use the risk stop to stop the risk. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you know how to do it. All right, have a lovely day.